Time to taste test this bad boy. Let me see how I did. I'm too nice. What's up, y'all? It's Deron the Chef, and I'm back with another dinner and discussion. And on the menu today, I'm gonna show y'all how to make baked ziti, homemade garlic bread, and some broccoli. And after I do all of that, I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation about some hip hop shit that I've been wanting to talk about for a little minute. What this apron say? This shit is going to be delicious. This apron ain't never lied. That's why I got it. And if you know me, you know I got the best baked ziti there is out there. Everybody gonna cap like, oh no, your baked ziti is alright, I have better, but I know deep down they're lying. So now you're about to get into the ingredients, everything that you need to make this baked ziti fire. Bay leaves, major key. I know you're probably asking why bay leaves, but I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Some people grow up on adobo. Me personally, I grew up on Lorry's, so that's what I'm gonna use today. You can't go wrong with some good old Lorry's. You can never go wrong. Garlic powder. What's a meal without garlic? Ask yourself that. Basil leaves, another major key. I don't really use it too much in the ground beef. I use it more so in the sauce, just to give it like a different type of vibe, a different type of flavor, and it hit every time. Now that you guys seen the seasoning, now I'm about to show you some other stuff to make this the best baked ziti you ever made. Keep watching, I'm telling you. It's worth it. Ragu. The best sauce. Best. Nobody's saying ragu. Nobody. This the meat flavor. The only people who might be seeing ragu a little bit, and I'll probably get it if it's on sale and ragu is not, is prego. But usually ragu is always on sale, so I never go wrong. Next up, this is ragu, but this is the chunky sauce. The chunky sauce probably has like chunks of tomato in it, but not that bad. I like tomatoes. Can't go wrong. This is the tomato, garlic, and onion flavor. Red pepper, green pepper, onion, major keys. 1.5 pounds of ground beef, just for this pan. I'm not making a big pan because I don't got a big family to feed, just me. Ziti rigatoni noodles. I couldn't find the regular baked ziti noodles, so I just went with that one. Can't go wrong. Mozzarella cheese. Sharp cheddar cheese. I always go with the sharp because the sharp cheddar cheese is aged longer than the mild cheddar. So if I really want that flavor, I always go with sharp. And if you want that flavor, sharp is where it's at, I'm telling you. And a little, oh, how could I forget? Ricotta cheese. And this kind of playing into what I was about to get into next. Red pepper. I was always sleep on the red pepper. I never really added a red pepper to my baked ziti until I went to one of my bro's crib and they was using it. And I'm like, yo, bro, you use a red pepper? And I tasted it and it was good. The baked ziti wasn't better than mine because I got the best baked ziti, but it was alright. And sooner or later, we're going to have a cook-off on here too because we got a score to settle. Niggas swear they could cook better than me, but I don't know nobody who cook better than me. I'm the best cook. I got the answers, I'm telling you. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to take your red pepper, your green pepper, and your onion and get the slicing. Make sure you wash it off. You don't want to cook with no dirty vegetables. Make sure you wash off your cutting board. Make sure you wash off your vegetables, okay? All right, so after you finish chopping, it should look like this. It got to be a fine chop. And as you can see, I get crazy with the knife, right? Now, before you even start making the ground beef, you want to grab a pot and fill it up with water. And you want to make sure that it's an old pot. I think my mother had this pot probably for like 50 years. One of the best pots ever. The seasoned pots hit the best, I'm telling you. Got that good old-fashioned cast iron pan. And this is my boiling noodles pan. Shit old, but I'm telling you ahead. So for me personally, when I boil the noodles, I always like to add a little bit of seasoning so the noodles won't taste just like water. So I always add a little bit of seasoning salt. Like I told you, water is the major key. You don't really gotta add too much. And make sure the water's cold. You don't cook with hot water. Make sure the water's cold. Add a little bit of Lorry's, a little bit of garlic, the key, I'll probably add about 3 or 4 bay leaves in here. Not too bad. Let's stir it up. I'm telling you, the bay leaves give it a different type of vibe. I live and die by the bay leaves. I'm telling you. That. Then I add basil. And another thing I forgot to add. Make sure you don't need a lot. Just add a little bit of oil to the water so the noodles won't stick while it's boiling. All right. Wipe this off. Now you're ready to boil. All right, so now as you can see, got the water boiling. I added a little bit of Mazola oil into the pan for the ground beef. So with the ground beef, what I like to do before I even add the chopped meat into it, I like to saute the red pepper, green pepper, and the onion before I do anything, just to give it that flavor. So when I add the ground beef into it, it already have a little bit of flavor. Then I'll add my seasoning. All right, so now that the grease got hot, I added my green pepper, red pepper, and my onion. I added a little bit of Lorry's, garlic pepper, and a little bit of basil. Now you just want to mix that up. So me personally, I like to season as I go, and when I say that, I like to season it a little bit, stir it up, let it cook a little bit more, and once it's almost done, taste it, and then add on what I think it needs. Because like, you don't want to add too much seasoning and it's too salty. You don't want to add too much garlic and it's too garlicky. You don't want to add too much basil and it tastes too much like basil. So just season as you go. And remember, you seasoned the green pepper, the red pepper, and the onion together, and you sauteed it. So all of that should already have a little bit of flavor already added to the ground beef. And you don't want to over season it because you still got to season your sauce, okay? Garlic. Once you add all the seasoning, stir it up. And ground beef is really fatty. So once the ground beef is done, you'll know when the ground beef is done because you'll barely see any onion, you'll barely see any green pepper, and you'll barely see any red pepper. That means that it cooked inside of the meat. Flavor, remember I told you flavor is a key? Make sure your food got flavor, alright? Cook down for like 7 minutes. Now we about to taste test. I already know about the smell. I already know I seasoned it good the first time, but we're gonna try it anyway. When I say the best baked ziti, I really mean that shit. I ain't playing, I ain't capping. Best baked ziti ever. So the Lorry's is perfect. The garlic is perfect. The basil is perfect. So I'm gonna continue to let it cook down. So now if you look closely, you can see that most of everything already cooked down into the ground beef. I'll probably give it like 2-3 more minutes and everything should be perfect. Then I'm gonna add the sauce. And I'm gonna show you how to finesse that next. So everything is cooked down. The ground beef is perfect. It tastes perfect. The onions, peppers is almost gone. So I can't fit everything into this cast iron pan. Some people may got bigger cast iron pans, but unfortunately I don't. So I'm gonna use a different pot. I'm gonna add the ground beef into a pot and I'm gonna add it with the sauce. so the sauce could simmer with the ground beef. And the noodles is still not boiled yet. That's why I put it under a low fire, just to give the sauce and the ground beef time to merge. All right. So I got the pot. I'm gonna transfer the ground beef into and add the sauce. My kitchen kind of small. Well, it's a big kitchen, but the counter in the way. Got another freaking table over here, so you really can't see everything. So I'm trying to get in where I fit in that. Just bear with me. You don't want to burn yourself. Make sure you got a good oven mitt. Tag still on this shit. Take that off. I put it on my left hand. I'm really right-handed. I'm bugging. Now what you want to do is you want to just transfer the ground beef from the cast iron to a regular pot. That's it. Turn the fire off. Don't have no fire on under it. Just let it sit. Grab your sauce. Ragu, you already know, nobody's seeing them. I'm gonna add the chunky sauce first. Right? It should be enough. Once I stir it up, I'll be able to see. And you want to make sure the sauce doesn't only cover the meat. You want to make sure that it's enough sauce so it just won't taste like ground beef. You know? Stir it up. And me personally, I don't play like that, so I'll probably just take one of these, add a little water, a little teeny bit, and get every drip drop out. Get my money's worth. That's it. Continue to stir, just make sure all the ground beef got sauce on it. Now, turn the fire on. But you want to put it under a low fire because you're going to cover it just to let it simmer. Put it under a low fire. And now, the sauce basically took away the season from the ground beef. That's why you got to season the sauce also. Some people just throw the sauce in and don't season it and don't do nothing to it. Me personally, if there's no flavor, I don't want it. And if you know me, you know that's true. No flavor, you're bugging, right? So first, I'm gonna grab the Lorry's Major Key. Right? Not too much. Because while you're simmering it, you season it one time, let it simmer for like 5 minutes, take off the pot top, stir it up, and just keep adding the seasoning. I'm gonna show y'all, but just keep adding the seasoning. Don't over season it one time, because if you do that, it's not gonna be right. Little garlic. Basil. This cheap top, taking that off. Gotta do it the other way. Right? And I remember I told you about the bay leaves. A key. I'm telling you, a fucking key. Excuse my language for the kids that's watching. A key, I'm telling you. Now with the bay leaves, you want to be careful. Because like the bay leaves are rise to the top, and you want to make sure you take them out because you don't want to cook them inside of the pasta, then you end up eating a bay leaf and they nasty. So just be careful. So personally, I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3 for good luck. That's it. Once I do that, I've added the seasoning. Oh, I forgot. People probably be like, oh, you nasty, but sugar goes in spaghetti sauce, you hear me? Sugar goes in spaghetti sauce. That's it. That's it. Not a whole bunch of sugar to make it sweet, but a little bit of sugar, that's it. And if you know, sugar bring down the gas. So your stomach won't be busting after you finish eating. You just stir it up. That's it. Pot top. Cover. Let it simmer for like 5 minutes until it brings it to a boil. Hold on. Alright, we back again. So I let the meat simmer with the sauce for like 5 minutes. And it's already boiling. I tasted it. It needs more seasoning for sure. You don't want to add too much. Basil. Little garlic. Sugar. I can't wait to, after this is in the oven, I can't wait to get into that hip hop shit, cause y'all motherfuckers be bugging. Just stir it up. Once you stir it up, just cover the pot top back and continue to let it simmer. And from what I hear the water boiling in the pot, so I'm gonna add the noodles to that. And I won't turn the meat off until the noodles is already boiled. It's already finished boiling, excuse me. So now for this part, it's very important. I like to have like a method to it. So I'll add the ricotta, a little bit of sharp cheddar, then a little bit of mozzarella, then I'll add the sauce and repeat that. Bake ziti in the pan when she mix it up, or whatever a bookie said. But what I like to do after I finish stirring it up, grab a cup, after it's stirred up, grab a cup, and just put a little bit in the cup. Boom. So when it's in the oven, you already kind of got an idea how it's gonna taste. So this right here is before it even touched the oven. I mixed it up, put the cheese on top, and now it's ready for the oven. Cover that bad boy up. Oven time. Now you want to let the baked ziti cook in the oven for about 10 minutes. You want to let everything simmer all together for 10 minutes, right? I'm about to take a little bit of baked ziti out the pan and put it in the cup. Let me see what it's hitting for. It's sad, I'm telling you. A1. So I'll be back to show y'all how it look after 10 minutes of being in the oven. I'm about to clean all this up because I'm a messy cooker. Alright, so this is the baked ziti after being in the oven for 10 minutes. It's not ready yet. I'm gonna put it back in the oven to let it brown for like probably like 10, 15 minutes depending. I'll keep checking. But now we're gonna get into the broccoli and what you should do to make the best broccoli also. Alright, so I put the baked ziti back in the oven. I'm letting that brown. Now we're about to get into this broccoli. So the seasoning I'm gonna use for the broccoli is a little bit different from what I use from baked ziti. I'm still using garlic. I'm still using Lori seasoning salt. I'm not using basil and I'm not using bay leaves. I'm adding this baby into it. Reason being, because I'm gonna steam it, so I kind of want that dry steam. So you add a little bit of Old Bay, not too much, because you probably think like, oh, you adding Lori's and Old Bay, that's adding too much salt. It's not, I'm telling you. Follow my lead, right? So I'm just gonna steam it. I just need a little bit of water in this pot, a little bit of water. When I say a little bit, probably like a half a cup, just to fill the bottom of it. Some people got the eye, like me. I could look and I know what a half a cup is as I'm getting it from the faucet. Some people need a cup. Make sure it's a little bit of water. You do not need a lot of water. What you want to do, you want to take your seasoning. Oh, before I start that, I had 2 broccoli heads. I washed it off, put it on the cutting board, and I took off most of the stalk, but I like to eat the stalk, and that's how the broccoli looks. Under a low fire, you can have it on a high fire, but if you want to slow cook it, or like me, I like to calculate the way I do stuff. So the baked ziti is in the oven for about probably like another 5, 6, 7 minutes. So I'll probably put the fire a little bit up high because the broccoli is probably gonna take 10 minutes. But you gotta remember, when you make baked ziti, you can't just go in after it's out the oven and just dig in. You gotta wait for it to sit, you gotta wait for it to settle. So for the garlic bread, I got some Italian bread, right? So after like 5 minutes of being in the pot, of course, the broccoli is steaming. So one thing you want to do with the broccoli, really easy, is stir it around and just cover the pot top. That's it. Like 2 more minutes, it'll be done. Let's check on the ziti. Got nice and golden brown. I ain't want to brown it too much. I think this is perfect. See how that baked ziti look? That's how you make baked ziti. You could be fancy and dress it up and add a little basil to the top, but one thing you gotta know, your food could look good, but if it don't taste good, it's no good. A lot of people I see, I ain't gonna say no names, their food look good. Then you add a little basil on the top just to give it that extra flavor. But the food no good, bro. What you doing? A lot of y'all think y'all could cook. And I might have been cocky. If you ate my food, you know the vibe. And I'm gonna continue to show y'all how crazy I get in the kitchen. But we about to check on this broccoli. We about to see how that's doing. It should be done. Only thing I'm waiting on right now is the garlic bread. I'm gonna let this baked ziti cool down. Then I'll be back with this hip hop conversation that I'm dying to have. Shout out to the people in the background. I was playing Blueface, cause that's the first person I was gonna talk about too. First person. So the cooking part is done. Now it's time to taste test this bad boy. Let me see how I did. I'm too nice. But I was saying I wanted to have a conversation about hip hop. Personally, right now, I think hip hop niggas is just getting by saying anything. Anything, if you got a little bit of flow and that beat is fire, you can say anything and it's a hit nowadays. Opposed to back in the days. Back in the days, niggas was really rapping. For instance, Blueface. Remember in the background I told you, oh yeah, I'm glad they played Blueface because that's somebody I want to talk about. That nigga is trash, you hear me? Trash. And but people bump his shit, like his biggest song, Tatiana. Buzz down, Tatiana, buzz down, Tatiana. That shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie, like I bumped this guy in the club, but if you look at the lyrics, then you think about it. If you take the beat off and you just hear the lyrics, trash, right? And then he did the remix. He let Cardi on the remix, and he let Cardi washed him on that. I don't even think Blueface I don't even think it's his song no more. I think it's Cardi's song now, cause she got on there and she did what she had to do. And I personally don't fuck with her, but she did what she had to do. Now, if you look at Biggie, I'm not saying Biggie and Blueface is in any way, shape, or form comparable, but Biggie was rapping, like he was rapping and he was good at it. Metaphors, punchlines, storytelling. He had the whole package. Nowadays, like I said before, niggas is just getting by spitting mediocre shit. One Biggie song I could probably think on top of my head is that's probably like a club song a little bit. They redid it, and I'm gonna talk about that song, the Nasty Girl song. Biggie was spitting on that, even though it's an upbeat song, a beat fire and all of that. He was spitting on that shit. Spitting on that. So I say that to say, nowadays hip hop, if you got a fire beat, a little bit of flow, repeat the same thing over and over, mix it around, you got a hit. Now back in the day, niggas was really putting the pen to the pad and really trying to spit their best shit. Now niggas are just getting by with anything. I listen to it. Like if I go to the club, I hear Buzz Down Tatiana. You know, I'm busting down. So I'm not trying to take away nothing from nobody. You know, you do what you do, and it is what it is. But where the bars at? Where the flow at? Where the metaphor at? Like Biggie, what's the line Biggie said? Biggie was like, I drop unexpectedly like bird shit. It's so simple, but that shit is fire. Cause if you think about it, bird shit really do drop unexpectedly. You gotta think about it. I never heard a Blueface go out loud, but like, that shit was hard. Never. That's Blueface, Lil Pump. Who else? I really don't really be listening to these niggas. It's sad. Now that we off that subject, I talked about Blueface, talked about how he's trash. People probably think like, oh, but you compared him to Biggie. I just use Biggie because that's somebody that I listen to. Well, no, not even that I listen to. I grew up on. My mother used to play Life After Death and all that other stuff back in the day, so I could speak to that because that's what I know. And I hear Blueface shit, and it's trash. So, Ziti, I ain't even tried to broccoli yet. Fire. I really don't know the person who could see me in the kitchen only, and I don't even really think she could see me in the kitchen. I hope she don't hear me. That's my mother. My mother, probably the only person who could see me in the kitchen. That's it. Another thing I want to talk about is my top 5. My top 5 rappers. To this day, I got J. Cole. I had Kendrick, but Kendrick ain't really been dropping. Neither had this person, but I feel like I geared towards this person way more than I did Kendrick. So I took out Kendrick, I swapped them. Niggas probably not gonna agree with me, but it is what it is, it's my opinion. So I got Cole, Big Sean, Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki, and my honorable mention would have to be Tiger. I don't think Tiger get enough credit, but I'm gonna get into that a little bit more later. So first up, and it's no order, J. Cole, Big Sean, Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki. No order. Like I don't have an order. I just like them for different reasons and for the shit that they did. Like J. Cole, 2011, I believe. Me and my friends, we was in college. I heard them listen to it a little bit before we got to college, and I went to college in 2011 in August. And I think Sideline Story was probably coming out that month. I'm not so sure. I gotta do a little bit more research on that. But I know he dropped his first album when I was in college because we had went to the mall to get it. And that's when pure sales mattered. Nowadays, pure sales and streams, you could get a whole bunch of streams and a little bit of pure sales. Pure sales, when I say pure sales, I mean people actually going out to get the album. You could get a whole bunch of streams, millions of streams, and still end up #1 on Billboard. That's crazy. Back in the day, streaming wasn't really a force as it is now. But you know, the new millennium, everything is on the phone, everything is on demand. You got Apple Music, you got Spotify, you got Tidal, you got all these other streaming services for you to stream the album on demand. You could just get it, boom, it come out, boom, you're streaming it. And that's when it didn't matter. So I didn't really know about J. Cole. I probably heard like a little bit of his freestyles on the come up. And you know, he was illy, but that first album really did it for me. I'm not even gonna lie. And one song that really stood out to me was Breakdown. That was my shit. Cause that whole album, it's like he was telling a story. But on Breakdown, he was kind of talking to his pops. And at the time, I ain't fuck with my pops at all. I still don't fuck with him now a little bit, but like back in the day, and we wasn't cool at all. And at the time of that album, when I heard it, that shit was speaking to my heart. He was like, maybe I should be telling you fuck you cause you're sorry, but I want a father so bad I can't help but break down. I felt that in my heart because he wasn't cool, he wasn't speaking. He ain't helped me get to college, nothing. And he snapped on that album, like honestly. Like I think that's probably, if I had to choose between all the albums that he put out, I think I'll choose that one to go first. That one was crazy. Breakdown, Lights Please, and I don't think he was trying to go too commercial in there, even though the radio picked up some of the songs. But I don't think that was his plan. I think he was just trying to just showcase his talent. And then when I heard that album, I went back just to see what I missed. His freestyle, Like a Star, he went crazy. Baby girl, let down your window. And then, he blacked on that. What else? His mixtape he had, Truly Yours 2. I don't know if y'all ever heard, but y'all gotta go listen to that. Y'all gotta listen to Chris Tucker. Y'all gotta hear y'all gotta go hear Cold Summer. All of them shits was fire. And he spit real shit. And he's kind of like a storyteller. He don't remind me of Biggie, but like his storytelling abilities, that shit is hard and that shit hit. Like the Sideline Story, he dropped Born Sinner. Crazy. Is Sideline Story, Born Sinner, then them other two albums. I'm not saying they trash, but those two is his most elite albums. That's it. There's no arguing, there's no debating. Those two albums, they got it. Born Sinner, he was spitting. He ain't sound like nobody. Even though on Born Sinner, he probably had like one radio single, but it still didn't sound like what was already on radio. It sounded different. That's what I kind of like. I like that shit. And to this day, I still listen to that shit. I still go hard to it because he was spitting. And if you spitting fire shit, and the beats is fire, and your flow is fire, and you got metaphors, you got similes, I like that shit. And a fire ass beat, you can't go wrong with some good headphones. I think back in the day, gummy headphones was hitting. And you know them gummy headphones used to knock different. Them shit's about to make you deaf. Fire. And then he dropped For Your Eyes Only. That shit, I was like, bruh. That was, I didn't really like that one, but if you think about it, the first two I liked. So the third one I wasn't like, oh, this nigga trash, cause I was ready to listen to the mixtape shit. Fire. The first two albums was fire. The third album, I'm not gonna say he was kinda like due for some trash shit, but I ain't really like that. I don't think I like no song on that one. And people are like, oh, you not a J. Cole fan because you ain't like that one? I ain't like it. What? That's my opinion. And you want to take it how you take it. And then he dropped KOD. He was spinning on that one. That shit. You know the Michelle Obama meme? She was like that at the performance shit. That shit was fire. I fucked with that one hard. And just off those two albums alone, then the fourth album, KOD, then the mixtape shit, it automatically had me in my top 5. Plus, that album, the first album, Sideline Story, kind of got me through college. Not really got me through college because that semester I got kicked out with my friends. That's a different story for a different day. It was hard. I still bump those two albums to this day. That's it, hands down. KOD, if it come on, I'll listen to it. But Sideline Story and Born Sinner, I'm going to those and I'm listening to it. That's it. Big Sean, number 2. But he's definitely not 2. 2011, he dropped Finally Famous. When I say that album is fire from start to finish, hit after hit after hit. And I think that album might be a little bit underrated, but that shit was crazy. My Last was crazy. My Team So True, we should get a camera crew and follow us around and make a show for us. And it's crazy because before the album even came out, that summer, I was in high school that June before the album came out. So I always thought that me and my friends deserved a TV show also, an MTV show. We needed our own show. We all funny. High school life was crazy. We was doing mad stupid shit, getting into mad stupid shit. And I just think that we needed a TV show to showcase that shit. And when he said that, I felt that shit. I felt that shit right here. I ain't even gonna lie. I felt that. And that album got me through my summer U job. I used to be on my way to Union Square, Best Buy, bumping that. Nothing else. That shit was in heavy rotation. And the one song that was in rotation was Finally Famous with The Dream on there. I'm lying. I said Finally Famous. Live This Life. Oh shit, I'm finally famous. And I'm rolling with the motherfucking top down. That beat was crazy. He had Memories on there. He had High on there with Wiz on there. They was spitting and he was really spitting. The album, #1. Out of the albums that he dropped, I think that one gotta be the best one. Nothing else is saying that one. 2011 to 2013, I waited for the next album, second album. I'm like, yo, this shit's about to be hard. Hall of Fame, I feel like he really dropped the ball on that one. I just felt like he kind of rushed it because it wasn't as heartfelt as the first album. Like, he had some deep shit on that one. This one was more of a turn up, so I guess he probably was trying to like find a different sound. Not saying that it was trash, because he had some shit on there that I really fucked with, but that album really don't got no replay value for me. I liked 10 to 10, MILF, with Juicy J and Nicki. That's about it. Like, that album, pass on that. The first album was so crazy. The second shit, I'm like, I already know the next one gonna be fire. Then I think he dropped the single Paradise. Nigga left Earth on that one. That one, super duper crazy. Paradise was fire. Then he dropped I know he dropped like a hard single, rapping. Then he dropped I Don't Fuck With You. And I Don't Fuck With You, it's not really that lyrical, but I think that shit is iconic because it'll be nobody at all. Like, yo, call me to the store, bro. I'm like, I don't fuck with you. So, and like to this day, I think I'll probably be saying shit like that to people now. Like, I don't fuck with you. I still say that kind of shit. And then Dark Sky Paradise. He said he was gonna drop the Paradise extended version. That nigga went on for like 3 whole minutes straight, just rapping. Bars, punchlines, metaphors, quotable. The beat switched at the end. That shit was disgusting. Then I was like, alright, off Paradise alone, that's kind of why I had him in my top 5. Just off that song alone. He didn't even have to say nothing else. Nothing else. That shit was fire. Fire. And I think 2018, when I was living in Jersey, they had played the shit with him, Tyler Dollar $ign, and Chris Brown. Play No Games. And he was like, I'm all ears, in other words, here for you. I was arguing with somebody because they was like, because I told them, I was like, yo, he's saying I'm all ears. All ears. In other words, I'm here for you. A hair, it's like a bunny rabbit, big ass ears. They was like, nah, you thinking about it too much. I'm like, nah, if you think about it, I'm all ears. In other words, hair for you. He was playing on the word hair, and hair. They sound the same, but like, my nigga's Big Sean, you gotta think about it. He rapped on that John. Even Play No Games, that was a radio single, but that was some shit you hear in the club and you got your drink in here and you like, like Ty Dolla $ign slid on that. Ty Dolla $ign is not even a girl topic, but Ty Dolla $ign is another person who underrated. His songs might be trash, but when he featured on somebody's shit, he make up for it. Fire. That shit was fire and I fucked with that. But Paradise is probably the song that made him come in my top 5 automatically. No debating. I decided that next album, somebody grabbed the trash can. Trash. I'm not even gonna talk about that one. I just felt like he just put something up, just like he did with the second album, just to hold niggas. And he been quiet, but he been hanging around Janae. Cool. I'm probably saying her name wrong, my fault, but he about to drop some fire, I know it. And this might be the album of his career, the best album he ever put out. I believe that. That I'm definitely streaming. See what's up with that. I hope it's not trash. I really want the Finally Famous vibe from him. Not even the Dark Sky Paradise vibe, 'cause I just felt like, not that he went all over the place with that one, I want him to get back into the deep shit. When you was spitting that deep shit, you feel that shit. 3. I should have said this nigga name first. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper alive. Nobody's arguing with me. Nothing. I don't hear shit. Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper alive. I'm gonna say it again. Greatest rapper alive. Freestyles off the top. Sports Center. Cover the tracks like butter, so where the bread be. I see beef is dead meat. Who that? The president, yeah me. No one stand me. You don't gotta double dare me, hear me. Loud and clearly, rats aren't near me. Y-type niggas get blood in their earpiece. He was spitting on that Sports Center shit. What else? The upgrade you shit. Leg hanging out the window, he ain't got these on. Bitch holla, it is Louise. They cannot see me. They are like Stevie. That nigga. I remember this is probably like 2007. I was listening to the Drought 3. Probably ask them hoes. Me and this nigga me and Blocker, we used to go upstairs to Bro crib right after school. I think I probably was in like 8th grade, about to graduate. Every day, going up there, listening to that shit, and it was fire. He got so many hits that's on the mixtape, even though I do think his mixtapes is better than his albums, but we gonna get into that in a little second. It's Fuego. Fire. Like, what's the shit with him and Jay Mills? Dick Pleaser. Nigga bugged on that shit. Bugged on that. And people be like, oh, Lil Wayne, he don't be saying nothing. My nigga, he said it all. Like, what else do you want Lil Wayne to say? He said it all. Like, that nigga be freestyling. Like, that's probably like one of the only rappers who I hear something like, what this nigga mean? And it's fire. Like on the Carter 5, the nigga had a song with Travis Scott, Let It Fly. The nigga used the word line like 15 times, and that shit was hard. Nigga flipped the line 15 times. Who can do that? What rapper can do that? Nobody. Every freestyle he had, no ceilings, fire, super fire, ice cream paint job, swag surfing, sweet dreams. He bugged on that, and not to mention, he basically put 2 of probably the most influential artists on Young Money, Nicki and Drake, of the last decade. Probably top 2 of the top selling artists of the decade, Drake and Nicki. If I'm lying, correct me, call my bluff. Who's gonna do that? I wouldn't know. It's never gonna be talent like Young Money. Never. No group, not the Migos or QC, whatever you want to call them. Nobody will ever see Young Money on a talent level. I don't care what nobody say. No matter how much you may hate Lil Wayne, no matter how much you may hate Drake, no matter how much y'all may hate Nicki, nobody is ever going to see them. The past decade, Young Money was running shit. And if I'm lying, call my bluff. Like, tell me another group that was running shit. Tell me. Nobody was. It was nobody spinning like that. Nobody. I could really sit here and talk about Lil Wayne for like a whole segment, but I'm probably gonna do that some other day. But right now I'm talking about my top 5. Lil Wayne's number 3, and he's definitely not 3. The only album I did not like, really, was the Carter 1. I felt like he was kind of trying to find his sound. The Carter 2 was fire. The Carter 3 was fire. 4 was fire. And 5 was fire. And it's probably in that order. 5, he was still spitting, but it wasn't like that old Wayne. I give him that. But my nigga, he's the greatest rapper alive. Like, what do niggas expect? Like I said before, niggas like, oh, he not saying nothing no more. My nigga, what do you want Lil Wayne to say? Lil Wayne already said what he needed to say. He said everything. Like, he really said everything. And most of the new niggas that's out right now probably influenced by him. They not gonna say it though, but they influenced. He was really spitting that shit. And it's like, he the greatest rapper alive. That's it. That's all in the story. That's it. Numero cuatro. Drake. I was just talking about Drake. Drake is in my top 5. He was like, oh, but he has somebody write a record for him. I'm not gonna say I don't care about that, because I personally think that if you're a rapper, rappers write raps. That's what I think. all day. But you can't sit here and say Drake don't write. I truly don't believe that. I believe he writes because he writes for other people, and other people should be fired. So that time he probably was lazy, and it was Meek shit. And the way Meek went about it, that's why he took that L. Niggas ain't really care about if Drake ain't write that shit. Like, how you take a L off exposing somebody for not having their shit written, then try to diss him, and then get bodied. You getting bodied by a singing nigga. Nigga Drake slid on me, even though they made him now, but that's a different story also. But the Drake is dead. I think this is crazy because I think in the start of the decade is when I really started forming my top 5 till this day. Because 2011, Take Care dropped. I remember downloading the zip thing. I think it was called Pirate Bay or something like that. I think Frostwire and stuff was still kind of around, but it wasn't really that lit no more. Frostwire, LimeWire. I think I downloaded it from Pirate Bay. Hard. I had Crew Love as my ringtone to get up for class. They loving the crew. Yeah, they loving the crew. They loving the crew. That shit was fire. And he was spitting. Smoking weed under star projectors. I guess we'll never know what Harvard gets us. And I think at the time I was smoking in college. And I felt that. Like, that shit was fire. Fire. Take Care and Views probably is my best albums. Views, every song is a hit for me. Western Road Flows, spitting. 9, spitting. You With Me, spitting. Like, and then like I went to the Drake and the Migos concert. He put on a show and he got hits. Scorpion, everybody was like, nah, that shit is fire. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, he got his shit written for him before. I understand that 100%, but you can't take away from the music. The music is fire. And there's only one person that ever came on and said that they ran for him. Nobody else said that shit. And Quentin Miller didn't even say it. Meek said it. So, listen, he got a song written for him. I believe that. It's proven. But I can't take that away from him at all. I can't. Like, Scorpion was fire. I was in Jersey when that shit came out. The first day it came out. I think the first song I listened to was Mob Ties. I was like, this, Michelle Obama meme, GIF. I said meme. That. Wildin' on, like, he was spitting on that shit. And if y'all don't know what this mean, I'm gonna put it at the end of the video. I'll probably try to add it in here too. Cause that shit was crazy. Nothing Was the Same, that was fire. I remember sitting in Bronx Community College listening to that album when it first came out. Fire. And I worked in Best Buy at the time. And the one in NoHo, he had a sign in there because he was cool with the GM. I didn't get to go to that because I ain't worked that day, and it was like that the workers can't come, so I couldn't get my album signed. But Nothing Was the Same was fire too. But for me, Take Care and Views is the best albums. That's it. And Drake is really one of the most successful rappers from the last decade. It's proven. Numbers don't lie. That's the thing. Like, even with him getting exposed that he had something written for him, people still supported him. That's why I think Meek went wrong. He already had a hard fan base, and if anything, that made his fan base even more bigger, because after that, I'm not gonna say he was little, but that made him bigger off that beef. Then he dropped back to back. Fire. Fire. Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki, really the big 3 of the last decade. Not so Lil Wayne, but Drake and Nicki is really the big 2 of the last decade. And 2020 just started, so you don't know what they're gonna do this decade. And I remember Young Money was headlining Summer Jam 2014, and I was in the 300s. Nigga, at the end of the night, at the last performance when they came out, and I was up in the front. And I remember Lil Wayne, he had went to jail. Drake and Nicki held him down. They put on for Lil Wayne. They respected Lil Wayne. They ain't do no bullshit. Even though now I do think Drake is moving a little bit funny with Lil Wayne. Not even with Lil Wayne, with Young Money. I think he did move a little funny, but you know, you gotta grow how you grow. So I respect that 100%. But when they headlined Summer Jam and Wayne was able to come out, the crowd went crazy. Somebody called my mother's phone, like, I want my mom's. Somebody called my mother's phone, like, what happened in there? Lil Wayne came on, niggas heard that shit from the parking lot. That's how loud the crowd was. Like, Lil Wayne is a go-to. I'm talking about Drake right now, but Lil Wayne is a go-to. I think not 20. I'm trying to think about when Pop That came out with French Montana, Trash Ass. Whatever year Pop That came out, I think Lil Wayne wasn't on the lineup, and I was tight about that because I think that was the same year. He probably was in jail that year. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but Lil Wayne verse on Pop That is the best verse that was on there, and he performed that. When I say you couldn't hear nothing, you couldn't even hear Lil Wayne. That's how loud the crowd was. Bitch, stop talking that shit and suck a nigga dick for some truck fit. He spit on that shit. Best verse. That's it. That's what I'm telling y'all. Drake, Lil Wayne, they GOATs. It's solidified already. You can't do nothing with it. Like, he got something written, okay. You can't do nothing with it. Numbers don't lie. I think I saved these three, not even on purpose, because I had a reference sheet that I was gonna do. I just talked about Drake. Now, number 5, Nicki Minaj. Everybody probably hate her right now and all that, but Nicki Minaj is number 5, and I could not do it without adding a female on there. Because honestly, if you think about it, Nicki washed Drake on the song before. She watched Lil Wayne on the song before. I'm not saying she could probably watch Big Sean. She did watch Big Sean on the song. She watched him on ass. Now J. Cole, they ain't do a song together, but like I'm pretty sure she could hold her own because she could rap. And I just think that it'll never be a female that could do what Nicki did at all. Nothing. I don't care what female come out or what females that's relevant. They can't do what Nicki did. Different, like from the mixtape days. Everybody hate Nicki now, but how much on the bet? Everybody was in the club singing I Get Crazy. Everybody got crazy when that song came out. I Get Crazy, I Get Crazy with her and Lil Wayne. Nigga wasn't spitting that. All the females wasn't spitting Itty Bitty Piggy. So you really can't sit here and say that the new females is not inspired by Nicki, cause it's a lie. There's no way you could tell me like, nah, I ain't fuck with Nicki back in the day, cause she spit. Till this day, you can't listen to Dunk without thinking about Itty Bitty Piggy. That's probably one of her greatest mixtape hits. Warning, as a matter of fact. Who the hell is this calling me at 12:47 in the night while I'm watching the fight? Looking at my phone, there's no name in sight. Blocked ID and something just wasn't right. Everybody was bumping that. If you say you wasn't, you're lying. She bodied that. Not to say she did as good as Biggie, but I think line for line, it sound like she looked at Biggie shit and went line for line on that John. And was just spitting that shit. Spitting it. Then everybody be like, oh, she rap about her pussy a lot. But if you open your ears and listen to the first album, I don't think she said nothing about that. Just go listen. On Monster. How is she not a GOAT? She watched Rick Ross don't count. Because Rick Ross, I'm not saying he's not elite, but she watched Kanye and Jay-Z, and that might be some people in your top 5. Jay-Z and Kanye. Watch them. And if you really want to get technical, she might have watched Emma Roman's Revenge. She was spitting with the top 10 niggas, so how, even though she in my top 5 regardless, but how can you not have her in your top 5? When she was spitting with men that's elite. Eminem, first album. Kanye, first album. I don't understand, like, somebody gotta tell me, cause she went pop. Yeah, people ain't really mess with that, but she wanted that pop money. Like, how could you be mad at somebody trying to venture into other things and get pop bread? And she got it. Now, I think everybody's sleeping on Nicki now because Cardi out, but Cardi can't even tell me that she's not inspired by Nicki. She can't. It's not true. Nicki is the greatest female rapper of all time, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, there's so much facts behind it to prove it in the numbers, but that's a different conversation. Like, I seen, and before I did this, I did my research on everybody. What she had. The highest debut from a female rapper ever. Pure sales. Like I was saying before, pure sales when they matter. Can't argue. Niggas the female GOAT. There's nobody better than her. And wait, one more song before I go. What's that shit? My Nigga. The My Nigga remix, she spazzed on that. Plain Jane, she spazzed on that. She left A$AP Ferg on his own shit. She left Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug on that shit too. Lil Wayne was on that. Meek was on that. Who else was on that? I think that was it. Washed them. Nicki the female GOAT. If you really want to get technical, the greatest male rapper alive is Lil Wayne. The greatest female rapper alive is Nicki. No debating. I'm not arguing with nobody. It just is what it is. Not to take away from none of the other female rappers, or the other rappers that's out. Lil Wayne's greatest male, Nicki is greatest female. That's it. My honorable mention, Tiger. That's crazy because, I think the last four was Young Money. Tiger. I'm like, yo, Tiger's trash. Tiger got one of the best flows. One of the best flows in rap. No debating. And I'm not gonna say he the most lyrical, but that flow, that shit is hard. And he had the biggest comeback. Nigga Soulja Boy said he had the biggest comeback. He didn't. Tiger, he left Cali, came out with Taste with Offset, and that shit, it was a hit. Now I think he got the A Macarena shit. Everybody was thinking about it like, that shit trash. But if you listen to it and the concept of the song, that shit is fire. Or if you even go back to Bitch I'm the Shit, Well Done, the Well Done shit, oh, that nigga was spitting. I don't care what nobody said. He was spitting on that. And everybody think about Rack City. Rack City, that was a commercial kind of record. And it still did what it did. Fire. Well Done, Bitch I'm the Shit, Black Thoughts 2. I think if you want to hear Tiger spit, you gotta listen to Black Thoughts 2. I still listen to that to this day. That shit is fire. And he was really spitting on that. Even his first album, Rise of the Last King, Careless World, Rise of the Last King. Fire. Big Sean was on there, I'm Gone. Listen to that. They was spitting. Black Crowns, he was spitting. For the Fame, he was spitting. These are all album cuts from that first album. That first album was fire. Hotel California, it wasn't his best, but it was fire. Fan of a Fan, fire. Fan of a Fan 2, fire. So you gotta stop trying to discredit bro. Bro got too many hits and too many slept on hits. They the GOATs. Young Money really ran shit. And I still think that they could run shit. Still think in this decade. Still think they could run shit. There's no debates about that. And I'll be on Twitter and shit. Everybody coming at Tiger. For what? Like, see, and I think the internet and real life is really two different things. Cause they hate you on the internet, but love you by going to purchase your music. Right? Not to get off topic, but Russ. I didn't know who Russ was at all. I follow academics on IG, right? And there would be something that's not even about rap or something like that. He'd probably post about Future, for example. Future did something, and then post like, Russ took a L. I was like, yo, who the fuck is Russ? Like, everybody talking about Russ. Who the fuck is Russ? They kept doing it like for a minute. Then I went to his music. No, I went to his IG page, and I seen it. His music is fire, and he was selling out shows across the seas, out of the country, and it was really selling out. His shit, he was headlining it. So I use that to say that's why I think that the internet and real life is really two different things, and you really gotta know that. You gotta know that, because then I'm gonna get back to Tiger, but like Russ, I heard Civil War, fire. That first album, fire. Well, it probably wasn't an album, but I went on Spotify and I went listened to a few different songs. They was fire. Or some project he had. It was fire. Now, Best on Earth. I like the way she worked. And always puts me first. Yeah, that shit is fire. So, I just think niggas do that to Tiger too. Even though I do think Tiger probably still got a little bit of work to do. But, bro was legendary. That's it. He's legendary. Last topic. Top 5 club bangers that go crazy in the club, whether it's new or old. Most of the shit I got is older shit, but it still hit like it's new. Computers, Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel. And headphones, Rowdy Rebel washed Bobby on the song. And I know everybody could agree with me. Rowdy Rebel washed Bobby Shmurda on Computers. But in the club, when you had Bobby verse, niggas gonna slide off the car when you say that shit. That shit is fire. And staying on topic with Bobby Shmurda, hot niggas still go off in the club, and that shit came out years ago. Niggas is still fake throwing up their hats and still shmoney dancing. I can never really get my shmoney dance right, but niggas is still shmoney dancing. And I think French Montana verse, even though I called them whack earlier, but that verse right there, Montana, I'm a nigga. He fake put the Bronx on for that, and I'm from the Bronx, so he put on. I'm not gonna lie. He put on with that one. Another song that ring in the club. I'm not gonna. What's the shit? Crip shit. She went alone a little bit. Hey, that shit is fire. And I think Paula, one of my friends, Paula been telling me about that shit for a minute. And every time we went out, she'd be bumping to it. Then like last week I went back, I was bumping to that shit in September and I didn't even know the song. I didn't even know that shit. I was dancing to that shit regularly. Like I was dancing to that shit like I knew it. I might be reaching a little bit, but when I bleep shorty bleep back, Louis Vuitton belt when I'm keeping on the heat strap, we fly high. If everybody was in the club like this, we fly high, no lie, you know it is. Bowling, niggas wasn't bowling. Till this day, that shit hit. I don't care what nobody say. Bowling is definitely one that ring off in the club till this day. And it's probably new shit out, but that little bit older shit hit more than the new shit hit. And I got an honorable mention for the club bangers I gotta give it to ATL. Walk It Out, Snap Your Fingers. What else? Buy You a Drink. Niggas ain't holding when you say, oh snap now, rock. You know you in the club with the drink in your hand, like I said. If the shit is spilling, it's spilling. If you next to me and spilling on you, I'm sorry, but that whole movement was crazy. Laffy Taffy. Bitch can't do it like me. No, bitch can't do it like me. No. Oh, I think they like me. I think they like me. Fire. ATL, they had a good little movement, I'm not gonna lie. Like that shit was elite. And where was that at? Salsa Con Fuego. You couldn't tell me I wasn't from Atlanta when that shit came on. I was walking it out, snapping my fingers, all that. Wildin'. You cannot tell me I wasn't from the ATL, shawty. Like, it was fire. I said the honorable mention before I mentioned swag surfing. You go to the club with nobody, or if your friend's not even around you, when swag surfing come on, your arm is around somebody and you swag surfing. I swag when I surf. Now watch me surf and swag. I'm all hypnotic, exotic, big polo on my body. Even at concerts. At the Drake and Migos shit, they play swag surfing. Like this. Everybody rocking back and forth. I think that song is probably one of the songs that bring everybody together. And you really gotta be a good DJ to add that in the rotation, and it depends on how you do it. Cause you can play some whack shit and then like you start leveling it up. But once you play swag surfing, it's over. Everybody's swag surfing. Everybody. Your mother, your aunt, your cousin, your grandmother, everybody swag surfing. Everybody. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial how to make the most firest big ziti you ever made. Shit was different. I sat here, I ate, talked to y'all. I ain't really finished my garlic bread because I've been a greedy nigga for the past couple days and I've been eating all crazy. So I'm gonna hold off on the garlic bread. I just want to put y'all on how to make it. Nobody will never cook better than me. I'm gonna say it again, and it sounds like I'm being cocky, but once I start putting more videos up and I show you the elite way to how to make shit, y'all gonna agree with me too. I'm gonna add at my Twitter, at my Instagram, at the bottom of this video. You guys could go follow that. Thanks for watching. I'm back, and before I go, I just gotta say this. Your opinion wasn't in the recipe, so it'll never be good. Everybody got an opinion, but it wasn't in the recipe. And if it was not in the recipe, it's not good. I know that. Yeah.